Welcome back to Time Warner Cable's exclusive coverage of the 140th St. Patrick's Day Parade here in downtown Cleveland on News Radio WETAM 1100's Bob France, Kevin McGinty to my far left, and joining us from Time Warner Cable, Rick Fromet, because Rick, you guys are the ones who put this, and I'll tell you what, it's a really important thing for us to be here today, because considering this weather, I'm thinking it may have convinced some people to stay home today who might have wanted to come out and stand along the streets here and be here in person. So Time Warner Cable's coverage of this is going to be really important to a lot of people who wanted to stay warm.
Yeah, that's really why we do what we do. We're the local programming department for Time Warner Cable, and it's important for Time Warner to be able to show this to everybody. If people can't make it down here, it's a great way to join the community together, to get people to watch the parade that may the weather because of other obligations. So Time Warner has always been a proud sponsor of this, and will continue to. It's great.
I don't think a lot of people realize what goes into planning something like this. Some people might think, hey, just a week ahead of time, you get a couple of cameras up and so on. But this is a very detailed operation that takes an awful lot of time to plan.
Yeah, it's very detailed. It's very technical. We're here. We use 6 cameras. As you know, the meeting for the next parade will really start right after this parade is over. We work very closely with the St. Patrick's Day Committee to make sure that everything goes smooth. The script, when you're talking 200 units, it's important to have all the graphics, all the people in order, so we know what's going on.
Sure.
So it's not just a guess. It's not just throwing up a couple cameras.
Yeah. And Rick, how many technicians would you use today now, just to do this broadcast?
It takes a total of about 20 people just to put this on, between camera people, technicians.
Okay.
That's not including any of the other Time Warner marketing and things like that.
When did you start, putting all this stuff together? And
we really start testing this. It takes almost a full week.
Okay.
By the time we test everything out. We'll get on site here this morning at about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And the parade doesn't start till 1 o'clock, and it takes us up until, it takes us about 4 hours to get the whole thing ready to go. There's thousands of feet of cable involved. We have to get the signal back live. If you're watching it live,
sure.
It's got to go from 18th and Superior. The signal's got to go all the way back to Time Warner on Lakeside.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge, Rick, when you put a broadcast like this together? Because I would imagine vantage points. You have so many different camera angles. You want to give people a good look at all of the floats from all angles and so on. So is it the direction, and is it the camera positioning, or what's the biggest challenge?
The biggest in any television, any television broadcast, the biggest thing is coordination, is pre-producing. Our producer, Rudy Longbreak, does a great job doing that. The better we can pre-produce it and think about things like camera angle and camera position, there's so many cameras and so many ways to shoot it, it gives the viewer the best coverage possible.
Well, it's amazing to me when you think about how large this parade is. We got over 10,000 people scheduled to participate in the actual 125 plus units are going to be here. So you have to coordinate an awful lot, like you said, with the parade committee to provide people at home who are watching right now the same kind of experience they would go to